I've known no other way. It gives us clones all a mixed feeling about the war. Many people wish it never happened. But without it, we clones wouldn't exist.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars is more than just an action-packed animated series set in the Star Wars universe. It is a thought-provoking exploration of the human condition, identity, and the moral dilemmas of war. One of the key storytelling tools the series employs is its portrayal of the clone troopers. Although bred for battle, the clones are given depth and individuality, making them vessels for exploring complex themes such as free will, loyalty, identity, and the inherent tragedy of being pawns in a larger political game. Through their journeys, the series offers powerful messages about humanity, the cost of war, and the ethical consequences of blind obedience. At the heart of the Clone Wars is its deliberate effort to humanize the clones, who, by design, are seen as indistinguishable from one another. Born from the DNA of Jango Fett and bred for combat, the clones are portrayed initially as identical in appearance and function. However, as the series progresses, each clone is revealed to have a unique personality, reflecting the nuances and intricacies of individuality that transcend their identical genetics. The clones are given distinctive names, such as Captain Rex, Fives, Echo, and Cody, rather than being referred to by numbers. These names symbolize their growing sense of self-worth and agency. Each clone has different desires, personalities, and ways of approaching their duties. Captain Rex, for instance, displays a deep sense of loyalty and duty, yet also questions the nature of the Republic and the Jedi's role in the war. Fives, in contrast, is more rebellious and proactive in uncovering the deeper conspiracies surrounding the clones, particularly when he stumbles upon the truth about the inhibitor chips implanted in them. This emphasis on individuality versus uniformity serves as a metaphor for the broader struggle many people face in society. The clones' fight to assert their identity in a world that sees them as expendable reflects real-world issues about human autonomy and self-worth. The clones' desire to be seen as more than just tools of war to carve out personal identities, despite the system they are part of, underscores a universal message. Even within a system designed to suppress individuality, each person has the potential to stand out and define themselves. Another key theme explored through the clones is the importance of brotherhood and camaraderie, especially in times of war. The series emphasizes the deep emotional bonds that form between the clones, who frequently refer to each other as brothers. This sense of familial loyalty becomes one of the central dynamics of their relationships, as they rely on each other not only for survival in battle, but also for emotional support. This camaraderie is especially highlighted in battle scenes, where the clones often go to great lengths to protect one another, even at great personal risk. Episodes such as Rookies depict the clones in perilous situations, where their teamwork, mutual respect, and brotherhood are essential for their survival. In these moments, the series shows how shared experiences of trauma and hardship can strengthen human or clone connections. This portrayal of brotherhood suggests that, even in the most dehumanizing circumstances, such as being bred for war, human connections can thrive. The series presents the idea that strong relationships formed through shared adversity are one of the few ways individuals can maintain their humanity in the face of overwhelming forces that seek to control them. Moreover, this bond among the clones serves as a critique of hierarchical military structures that often see soldiers as replaceable. By humanizing the relationship between the clones, the series underscores the importance of community and solidarity, particularly in environments where individuals are often treated as disposable. One of the most compelling aspects of the Clone Wars is its exploration of the ethical dilemmas faced by the clones in their service to the Republic. Although they were created to follow orders and serve as soldiers, many clones begin to question the morality of the war they are fighting. The series doesn't shy away from addressing the brutal realities of warfare and the complexities that come with blind obedience to authority. This is most clearly portrayed in the Umbara arc, where the clones are placed under the command of General Pong Krell, a ruthless Jedi who has little regard for their lives. Krell's disdain for the clones and his willingness to sacrifice them for his own gain force the clones to confront the darker side of their service. Throughout this arc, the clones grapple with the tension between their programmed loyalty to the Jedi and their growing awareness that not all leaders are worthy of their trust. This arc exposes the moral ambiguity inherent in war. While the Republic is framed as the good side in the galactic conflict, the show complicates this narrative by showing that corruption, cruelty, and betrayal exist even within the ranks of the supposed heroes. The clones' questioning of their role as soldiers illustrates the broader ethical dilemma of war. Should soldiers blindly follow orders even when those orders conflict with their own moral compass? By placing the clones in these difficult situations, the Clone Wars invites viewers to reflect on the broader ethical questions surrounding warfare, obedience, and the cost of loyalty. One of the most tragic revelations in the Clone Wars is the discovery that the clones were implanted with inhibitor chips designed to control them. These chips are activated during Order 66, forcing the clones to turn on their Jedi comrades without hesitation. The revelation that the clones' loyalty is not entirely their own, but rather a product of mind control, serves as a chilling commentary on the nature of free will and autonomy in times of war. The series devotes significant time to exploring the implications of this discovery, particularly through the character of Fives, who uncovers the existence of the chips and realizes the terrible truth. The clones are being manipulated as part of a larger plan to destroy the Jedi. His tragic attempt to warn the Republic of the conspiracy highlights the tension between free will and control. Despite his heroic efforts, Fives is ultimately silenced, underscoring the tragedy of the clones' situation. The inhibitor chips serve as a metaphor for how individuals, particularly soldiers, can be manipulated and used as pawns by those in power. The series raises profound questions about agency and control, particularly in environments where obedience is prioritized over individual thought. The tragic twist that even the most loyal clones like Captain Rex are forced to betray their Jedi allies without realizing it adds a deeper layer of emotional and moral complexity to the series. It suggests that in war, even those with the best intentions can become tools of darker forces. Throughout the Clone Wars, the series emphasizes the idea that the clones' lives have value beyond their role as soldiers. While the Republic treats them as expendable, the show portrays the clones as capable of heroism, self-sacrifice, and moral reasoning. They are not mindless machines. They are sentient beings who grapple with their own identity and purpose. This is exemplified in the relationships between the clones and certain Jedi, such as Anakin Skywalker and Plo Koon, who treat the clones with respect and recognize their humanity. These relationships provide a contrast to other commanders who view the clones as mere tools of war. The series shows that, despite their origins, the clones are capable of extraordinary acts of bravery and loyalty. They sacrifice themselves not just for the Republic, but for each other, highlighting the intrinsic value of their lives. This message serves as a critique of the dehumanization of soldiers in wartime. The series emphasizes that even those created for a singular purpose deserve dignity and respect. By highlighting the clones' individuality, the Clone Wars challenges the viewer to consider the value of life, even in systems that prioritize efficiency and conformity over humanity. One of the most poignant subplots in the series is the story of Cut Lawquane, a clone who deserts the army to live a peaceful life with a family. His decision to leave behind the life he was bred for serves as a powerful statement about agency and the right to choose one's own destiny. Despite being designed for war, Cut rejects this fate, choosing instead to prioritize his own happiness and the safety of his family. Cut's story suggests that even in a system designed to control individuals, rebellion against destiny is possible. His actions demonstrate that the clones, despite their genetic programming, are capable of making independent choices. This subplot offers a powerful commentary on the importance of personal agency and the right to define one's own path in life, even in the face of overwhelming external forces. Ultimately, the clones are revealed to be pawns in a larger political scheme orchestrated by Darth Sidious. Their creation, their loyalty to the Republic, and their service in the war were all part of a grand plan to destroy the Jedi and establish the Empire. This revelation adds a deep sense of tragedy to the clones' story. They fought valiantly for a cause that would ultimately betray them, and their lives were manipulated from the beginning by forces beyond their control. This portrayal of the clones as pawns in a political game serves as a broader critique of war and the manipulation of individuals by those in power. It underscores the human cost of political machinations and the ways in which those in power can use and discard people for their own ends. The tragedy of the clones is that they were bred for a war that would ultimately lead to their own downfall. In conclusion, Star Wars The Clone Wars uses the clones to convey deep and thought-provoking messages about identity, individuality, loyalty, and the moral complexities of war. By humanizing the clones and exploring their internal struggles, the series critiques the dehumanization of soldiers, the manipulation of individuals by those in power, and the ethical consequences of blind obedience. The clones' journeys, filled with moments of heroism, tragedy, and rebellion, elevate the Clone Wars into a rich narrative that resonates far beyond the confines of the Star Wars universe. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to wake up tomorrow, please like and subscribe.